Hello and welcome to Mad Owl Goes Racing, and today we're back in Automobilista 2 and having a look at Beta 8. I'll try and get it right first time. I was hoping to get this done a little while back, as in like about 2 hours ago, but due to various power cuts I've had to wait. Hopefully we won't have another one, so let's crack on. What's been updated? Content, Snetterton 200 layout, which is where we are. It's been added, but it's still awaiting more art. So, as you'll notice as we go around, there's a few things missing, like marker boards, which should make life interesting. Updated the showroom scene. I did have a look, and I couldn't actually remember what it looked like yesterday, so it's probably been changed a bit. Fixed tyre tread resolution error that caused incorrect pressure readings. If you watched yesterday, you will have noticed, well, it was yesterday, wasn't it? Seems like years ago. You'll notice that when I looked at the telemetry, the rear tyre readings on the Mitsubishi Lancer, I'll get my brain in gear, looked a bit weird. That's probably part of the reason. Adjusted AI throttle application, presumably that's yet more tweaking to try and get them out of the corners about the same speed as you can go. Adjusted FFB for AJR, stock V8, MRX, MCR and Rocco. Again, that's just down to getting consistency across the field. Where am I? Further revised MRX physics revisions for all variants. Yep, okay. Completed AJR V6 turbo physics, slightly improved AI brake force and grip. I didn't have too many problems stopping, but upped AI personality aggression range. Whether that means they've increased the aggression or whether it means they've increased the range of aggressions, I'm not 100% sure. Increased coefficient for paying track limit penalties by slowing down. So basically you get your penalty given back to you faster. Lap times no longer invalidated with crashes in all sessions but time trial. Well, it seems reasonable enough. I mean, if you crashed, you can be on a slow lap, I would assume. So there was also a hotfix for Beta 8 that have, as Snetterton was unusable, it's obviously usable because I'm in it, although it's still whip art wise. Fixes a fairly meaty bug on tyre tread resolution. Now I'm assuming that there was something not quite right there, whether that was they miscalculated on the number of elements or something, but whatever. Another fix. Adds a new MRX prototype to P3 class along with a physics update, better names and proper specs for all variants. Well, we'll find out because I'm in the P3 version of the MRX now. So let's have a drive around Snetterton. What we got? 50 litres of fuel. Ooh, nice warm track. That should help because these tyres are a little slow to bit of a grass pop in there. I did remember the other day that when I was talking about the grass at Imola being a bit slow to pop up, that there was not a lot of it showing. I had turned the grass down because I was trying VR out. And I'd forgotten about that. So there's a lack of sort of bits and pieces over here. Still got the unsafe crossing, even though we haven't actually crossed anything. Now the 200 variant of Snetterton is much closer to what I raced on many years ago. As you can see, there's no distance markers here, so I'm assuming they're going to put some in, or we'll all have to guesstimate the distances, which is always useful to learn how to do that, to be able to race without having to look for a distance marker at any particular point. Use a fixed reference just off the side of the track, maybe like something like where there's a bit of tarmac strip or whatever. It's very useful to do that as opposed to relying on things that people can knock over and get rid of for you, because if it disappears and you're relying on it, or if it moves, like you've used a hedgehog that's having a kip beside the road, for example, then you are going to be in trouble. I have to say, it's looking very nice. The grass could do with cutting. It's a bit tall over there. I know there's no racing going on at Snetterton at the moment due to various, let's say, international issues. MSV have basically turned around and said there will be no track days, no racing, no nothing. And again, the grass is a bit long over there, but if you make it too short, it's pointless putting it there because you can't see it. So, as with everything, it's a bit of a compromise. I'm not actually sure if this is a manual sequential or, yeah, it must be. So whether it would prefer a little bit more blip on the down changes, because it's a little bit, you can feel the back end kick on the down changes a little bit. I don't know if you can feel or see it. I can certainly feel it. The back end sort of, as I change down. So far, it's feeling very nice, I have to say. Certainly get plenty of feel for what the front of the car's doing. Yeah, there are one or two people saying the brakes, they find them a bit sharp on all the cars, but I know Project Cars has like a dual layer brake temperature, so it's slightly more complicated, so whether that's making some differences on how they're set up, I don't know. And for some reason the thing at the top of the screen here is showing my potential lap time. I have to say, it's a really interesting little circuit Snetterton now with it's always been interesting, but it's been interesting for different reasons. I mean, now with the really long version of Corum coming into that sharp little, probably could have done with another gear there, but coming into that sharp little 90 left. It's definitely makes you think about what you're doing. Now, Snetterton used to have just a 90-degree right coming on the back straight on the what was the shorter circuit. This is the same as it always was. But I'm going to run a bit wide there. Just trying to carry a bit too much. The bottom hole is as it was. Whoop. And again, I'm running all over the place. Itchy nose. Now, Corum used to come round and it used to go sort of straight across about there, and then from there was about here somewhere a really quick left right, and as you went around the right hander, which was sort of around here, the pit lane entrance was sort of off that, and all there was between you and the pit lane was an armco. So bit dodgy. So that's why they changed in 1989. They put in a tight little chicane, and if you've ever played the original Tonka Race Driver, I think it was. No, Tonka Touring Cars that included the British Touring Car Championship. That had Snetterton with that layout with the little tight little chicane, and that was horrible the first time they put it in. It was way too tight. They did over the years, they sort of opened it out a bit and made it a little bit less tight, but it was certainly not my favourite part of the circuit after that. I know some people got through it and found it not a problem, but I just went, no, don't like it. Too tight. And it actually, several Formula 1 teams went, don't like this, it's too tight. Won't be going to Snetterton to do any testing anymore, so they sort of shot themselves a bit in the foot with that one, but ho-hum. Right, I think that'll do for now. I mean, it's obviously going to be a very short one today because there weren't a lot to show you in the update, and there should be another build tomorrow, which will be hopefully the first of the early access builds, so be interesting to see what comes along with that. Obviously there's going to be one or two builds over the next few days that will lead into early access on the 31st, because that'll be Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So I'm assuming they'll put at least one, if not two, maybe a couple of hot fixes out between now and then. I don't think there's anything particularly going to be added in terms of additional features like time trials or anything like that until much later, but we will see when we get there. But for now, that will do for me, and as always, stay safe, enjoy your racing. I enjoyed mine last night. I will put a link to the RWB International YouTube channel, and if I can remember it, what the Twitch channel was as well. And you can watch the race and watch me make a prat of myself by forgetting to put enough fuel in the car between qualifying and the race, so I had to pit early, but oh well. I ended up in the top half of the field, so I wasn't too unhappy. So, for me, for now, enjoy racing, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.